thrifting ain't easy, unless you're watching me. Welcome back! You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown and Brainy Hollywood Home on a budget, and all this week, I'm out to prove that every smart guy has his day. And yes, being labeled a so-called smart guy does carry a rather unattractive stigma. Being branded a nerd, losing your status quo amongst girls, and being picked on by bullies. But not in this corner of YouTube. Here, you are always welcome. Correct me if I'm wrong, but correct me if I'm wrong is probably the phrase that opens up a can of worms for brainiacs and smart guys and girls all around the world. But it's also the phrase that formed the foundation for the CollegeHumor / Dropout original game show, actually, the Game of Nerdy Corrections, created and hosted for 8 of its 10 seasons by Mike Trapp, pictured here on the game box, who, finger of correction at the ready, is just itching to correct me. Actually, I get corrected so many times on this channel, and don't get me started on my voice. Correct me, however, if I'm wrong in saying this. Of all the CollegeHumor / Dropout original shows that deserve a piece of merchandise for the home, or for an actual college, or a high school social club that celebrates all types of nerdliness, this is it. The actual, actually, home game of Nerdy Corrections. Designed and developed by Wiggles3D based in Canada for 3 to 6 players ages 12 on up. Picked up from Red, White, and Blue thrift store in the good old Red, White, and Blue. America. Patterson, New Jersey for $3.99. Knowledge of English required. That's funny because my English is a little off today. Then again, what else is new? To begin by opening up the box, we have here the instruction manual containing all the components needed to play and all the rules. This is critical. If you don't have this, you're in for a major spoiler. Speaking of which, spoiler alert! This game contains spoilers for many of the topics it covers. Consider choosing the new card if a topic comes up that you don't want to hear spoilers for. Which gives you some indication that this game is going to pursue the pop culture nerd inside all of us. So, as per the use, we'll give you 10 seconds to look at this trifold instruction manual, and from there, we'll try our best to summarize things my way. There you go, 10 seconds. Contents of the game include 1 card holder, 6 whiteboards / store indicators, 6 dry erase markers, 150 statement cards, 40 shiny cards, and 20 real-life skills cards. I'll explain the difference between shiny and real-life skills cards from statement cards in a little bit, as we go over all these components. In this 3-tier inset, which actually was the first thing you would see if you opened up the box and you got this brand new, we have here the card holder, the whiteboards and score indicators, and the markers. I had to rearrange this because my knowledge of English and my pronunciations in English was so wrong today, it took me over 90 minutes to do this one single video. And it was horrific. Anyway, let's have a look at the cards. Statements, shiny, and real-life skills all. 7 stacks, all in all double-sided individually. And all, at least for the statement cards, following this format. Category, title, whether it be for a movie, TV show, comic book, video game, whatever. The era highlighted in yellow, the actually era highlighted in green, and the actual correct statement highlighted in green. So, category, title, yellow era, actually and correct statement in green. And that goes the same for Peter Pan. This was Alice in Wonderland. 2 Walt Disney franchise classics. The Elder Scrolls Morrowind in games. Cuphead in games. Later adapted to a Netflix classic tune. Mars Attacks in sci-fi. E.T. in sci-fi, which is probably the granddaddy of all family-friendly science fiction films. Beauty and the Beast, a 1991 Oscar-winning Disney classic. The Simpsons, man, they really do run the gauntlet in pop culture. Tank Girl, Superman in comics, and those are statement cards. Now on to these two stacks of cards. The Sighty cards, framed in gold, and the real-life skills cards, framed in red. How do these differ from the statement cards? Well, they're multiple choice for the most part. But don't get it twisted, each and every card a player gets right is always worth 1 point. Additionally, some of the cards require the usage of this whiteboard for contestants to sketch out some answers that other players have to guess for a point. And they're all here, all 6 of them, with 0 to 6 being your score indication on the top in green. And these two stacks of cards are actually divided up into categories all their own. From actual categories that contestants have to guess, to Venn diagrams, to lists with items that don't belong in those lists, and even spelling competitions. The general gameplay is as follows. One player will be selected to be the host and use this card holder. In the card holder, which also includes your score indicators here, will be 9 cards that the other players have to pick at random without peeking and put all into a pile. The 9 cards that will be in active gameplay are as follows. 3 statement cards, these would be your statement cards, and 1 Sighty card. And then repeat. 3 statement cards, 1, 2, 3, to 1 Sighty card. Literally, repeat. So we need 9 cards. Right now we're up to 8, if you're following along and doing the math. The final card for gameplay will be your real-life skills card. That would be this bunch right here. For the statement cards, every contestant has to listen carefully to the statement being read, and then call out the error by saying, actually, and then giving out the correct statement. When they spot the error and give out the correct statement, they get a point. If they miss one or the other players have a chance to steal that point. If they don't, if a player gets it somewhat correct, they still get a point. If they're outright wrong, they don't. It's all at the host's discretion. 3 statement cards. And then, the Sighty cards, which again are multiple choice, some requiring the usage of the whiteboard to add a Pictionary element to proceedings. They gotta get them all right for a chance to win a point. And then again with 3 more statement cards, another Sighty card, and then they'll apply their real-life bloodiness in this final card deck here, the real-life skills. So, that's the way it's gonna be for those 9 cards. And 3 more cards, which I assume would be 1 apiece. 1 statement, 1 Sighty, and 1 real-life skill. So 12 cards in all are to be used for the game, and at the end of all 12 cards, whoever has the most points wins. I would love for one day the fine folks at CollegeHumor to consider adapting actually into a game show for syndicated TV, inviting the everyday folks to share their nuttiness with the world. If only. Then again, Dropout is a subscription-based streaming service, and for the most part, they still don't invite everyday people to come and prove their nutty worth. If they do, however, they gotta be able to win some real cash. Points are cool, but cash is where it's at. All in all, 3 to 6 players, it's 12 on up, 20 plus minutes of gameplay with 420 questions, divided into 210 cards. No need to read the back. Can you find a flaw? Hey, if you spot a flaw in some of the games and cards that Wiggles3D created, you can call them out on their website. And if you want to find out how to play their way, you can scan this QR code right here. It'll take you to an actual gameplay video, based upon the hit game show only on Dropout. 5 nerdy categories to choose from in here, and they are comics, cartoons, fantasy, sci-fi, and games. So all things considered, a perfect 5. For any nerd worth their glasses, this is love! Actually, have you ever walked into class and thought to yourself over and over and over, I am not smarter than a 5th grader? Well, guess what? Your self-doubt is about to become history. Almost literally, at least for your history class. Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to Bleeding Hollywood Home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the flip side.